Don.
Hi, Don.
I am the president of Witch School, formerly chancellor of Witch School, and I wrote most of the study materials at the school, the original ones. We have expanded far beyond just my writing now, but we still have a good 10 books worth of mine, and more coming, hopefully, this year. If you look on your schedule, you will see that I was scheduled to speak at 4 o'clock, mind you, on how to film your event. And we were going to do it in the back room, in the film room, because we do filming here at the building, or the Elephant, as we fondly call it, or I fondly call it. However, it's neither 4 o'clock nor are we in the back room, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to present this. So I think, are the computers still on?
That one is, this one
Okay.
isn't.
What I want to talk to you about then, I think, will be, we may talk a little bit about how to, but I want to talk to you a little bit about what we offer in the video realm. Okay. We'll go to Corellian TV. We also have Magic TV and Witch School TV. And what they offer are video programs. At the school, we have video courses. We have video glossary words, which I think we saw a few of earlier. At Magic TV, we have a variety of other programs that are not necessarily study material, but also interviews, events, rituals. I'm going to click on this Yule ritual from Uruguay. And what I'm going to talk about is a little bit like I say, a little what we offer, a little how it's done. You'll notice we've been filming all day as we've been talking. And most of these presentations will be made into this kind of video presentation here at witchschool.tv. They'll be edited through Windows Movie Maker and polished up a little bit. And you'll be able to watch them through YouTube, which is where we load them up to. We have wanted to work in video for a long time. We feel like it offers a great deal to our students in the terms of feeling of immediacy, and also in the ability to demonstrate what you're talking about in a visual way, which is very helpful to people. We're hoping to have many more of our classes in a video format in the future, so you can have your choice between text and video, as well as other programs such as interviews, and we've gone to a number of events. We have a number of courses now that you can take in a video format. We have the interactive grimoires that have been made into classes. We have one on zombies, one on vampires. And it's just kind of a curiosity program about different things that people might ask about. We have Living the Wiccan Life, which is a talk program that accompanies the Living the Wiccan Life course. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to film an event, how we film an event, and some of the things that you have to consider if you're going to film, and that we have to consider when we film that you don't have to consider any other time. One of them we encountered earlier today is lighting. When Rodney was giving his lecture and this window was giving a halo behind Rodney that obscured Rodney. So we had a lovely sunburst on the screen. I have found probably the most challenging thing about videography at the level we're doing, because we're nothing resembling a professional video studio, is the lighting. If I could show you the video studio, which is in use at the moment, I have lamps, I have photographer's lights, I have track lighting, I have candles. Luckily, modern video equipment makes it fairly easy. Not only in being able to pick up low light, but also when we put it into the computer, we can adjust to some extent the light or dark quality of the picture. But only to some extent. The other thing that I would say about that is that when we do video work, If we're videotaping an event, of course, you get what the event is. You can edit out things sometimes, but when you're actually videotaping a class, you really can do retakes and editing, and it's a horrible trap to fall into because you can spend much more time trying to edit it perfectly than you spend ever filming it. And I try not to do too much of that. So if you take one of our video courses or look at one of our video presentations, it's minimally edited. If you're doing an event, if you can have more than one angle, that would be wonderful. We have one camera, so we will have one angle of these presentations. Most, if not all, of the presentations we did today, assuming that everything comes out all right, will be available through Which School TV. Our reason for this, as I say, is that we really feel, when we started the school, one of our feelings was that people who wanted to learn about this could not find places to learn about it. A lot of people criticized us on the premise that you could not replace live teaching, which certainly is true, but you couldn't find live teaching. So we were never actually trying to replace people's live teaching in their temples. We were trying to offer an alternative to no teaching at all and reading a few books. Reading books is great, but it's nice to have a mentor you can work with. It's nice to have a forum you can work with, especially if you can't find more material. And we found people even in Chicago, which had a thriving community at that time, who couldn't find the real-time community to find a real-time teacher. And if they found the community, they still frequently could not find that teacher. And what we've tried to do is make the teaching available. We have had, how many mentors do we have now, Carla?
I think we have about 76 of them.
So we have 76 people who are working with our students to help them better understand the material. We have had at one time as many as 120 mentors.
Yes.
We in the future undoubtedly will build up the numbers higher than they are now because we have many, many students. But what we found was that people could not get the answers to their questions. They could not get the material they wanted to learn. And in the intervening years, we have tried to find better ways to bring it to them. I would hope that by the time snow comes next year, we have many more video courses in place because I think that it is very much the way of the future. And we've always tried to stay in the way of the future. I think that when you can see the person who is presenting the material, it adds a lot. I know with the psychic exercises, when you can see an example, it helps a great deal. And let me give you another clumsy attempt to find an example on the computer. These are all the videos we have available. As you can see, it goes through page after page. A lot of them are the daily prayer program that we do. This is an example of the spell of the month from the first degree lessons, the very first one, or the exercises rather. And it deals with cleansing and releasing of energy. As you'll see, parts of it are animated. And the reason they're animated is to show you, to give you a better idea of what we mean when we talk about visualizing certain things. We talk about working with energy and imagining balls of energy and towers of energy. By providing an animated example, we give people something a little more concrete to focus on, which for some people is very helpful. For other people it might not be. Everybody is different, which is why we're trying to offer more than one format. People have found the charts and the animation to be helpful in many cases. Some of the things that we talk about without illustration are a little hard to picture. So that's one of the reasons that we're working so hard on video. I'm hoping that our first degree lessons will be available in a video format more than lesson 1 by the end of the year.
You're going to eventually try to have all 3 degrees on
I'm
video
hoping
format?
to, yes. I think it would be a great help to people. And particularly by the time we get to 3rd degree, some of the things that we discussed there are very abstract. And to be able to make them a little more concrete for people, I think would only be a help. The other thing, in pagan religion, artwork and visual imagery has always been very important, particularly allegorical imagery. And I think that video gives us a forum to use that as an instructional tool. Yes?
I know the interactive grimoire is out on DVD.
Yes, you can
Are
get it
you
on
going
DVD.
to try to put the different courses
plan
on
to.
DVD as well?
A number of our video offerings you can get on DVD. The grimoires, lesson 1 of First Degree is available on DVD, as is the introduction, but the rest is still in production. We also have, I believe, some others that may be available on DVD or will be soon. We'll soon have Living the Wiccan Life available on DVD, if all goes well. The talk program, not the lessons, that will come later. One thing about doing the video work is that it takes longer than you might think. It's not just a matter of filming it, you have to edit it. The editing is the harder process. What you're seeing here was actually recorded straight to the computer. What we're doing today will have to be replayed into the computer, which is just a matter of hooking up cables and playing it, but it can still be a little more time consuming, a little more difficult. Then again, I'm a perfectionist, which makes it take longer. Do we have any other questions about video?
Are you still looking for people to volunteer for the glossaries?
Oh, goddess, yes. One of our projects is filming our glossary words, and yes, we are looking for volunteers to give multiple faces to the project. A lot of the Wiccan community focuses on specific personalities who've written books or this or that or the other. I never wanted my face to be the only face that people were seeing with these materials, so I've always tried to involve as many people, particularly in the video project, as possible. And I would still like to do that. So if you want to be on video, talk to us.
I mean, is there like a schedule that you have set up that you film them on certain days, or just?
Not really. I can really tailor it very much to when people are available. As long as I'm in town. And sometimes I can go to the person, it depends. So video, to me, really is our next vista for expansion. We are continuing to add more courses in text format, but hopefully we'll be adding many more things in video format as well. I am hoping that we can perfect a better way to present interactive video as we go forward, video conferencing and so forth. But we're not quite there yet. A lot of people enjoy online ritual. I'm hoping that we can perhaps introduce a visual format to that to help them to have a more full experience. And all these things we're kind of working on. We're also working on my blog of shadows and other things to increase people's social experience of the school. Because it's not just a matter of learning information, but people get to know each other, they get to interact with each other. And this is an important part of being at the school for many people. Nobody has to do that, but many people like to do that. And I think that's probably all I'm really going to say about video, unless anybody has any other questions.